Alrighty, everybody, we're going to be jumping into this Moto Stars video. I said Moto Madness on a previous video, but let's go ahead and check this out. Ooh, some speed wobbles, some cornering mistakes. Yep, there's a low side right there. Let's go ahead and take a look. So, H1K for life. Moto Stars?
And definitely too much throttle and turning because these riders fall.
Always talks on the first couple. Alright, so watch out. Green does not always mean go. Oh! A little bit too much acceleration in the middle of that turn. This is why you have to have that consistent maintenance throttle throughout a turn. So make sure you guys are doing that. If you don't know what maintenance throttle is that basically when you're going through here like this, maintain that. Okay, there's no reason to accelerate hard in the middle of a turn, okay? So we're at N intersection, and so we're gonna be in orange stage. We're prepped and ready. Remember, we're planning our ride, so we're looking for any road surface hazards. Let me go ahead and get my highlighter out. You rookies have been chewing on them lately, so I've been running out. But yeah, make sure you're looking for road surface hazards all over the place. You know, typically in an intersection, you're gonna have a lot of gravel in certain areas where vehicles' tires aren't going. So like right here, you see how it's a different color than the actual road. So that's gonna be something you gotta be worrying about. So we're coming up to here. And so when I'm sitting at a red light, what I do is that, you know, since I'm safe, you know, that maybe there's a vehicle stop behind me, I'm in a good position for safety. I'm looking for anything that's gonna stick out. Okay, so I don't want to obviously go over guardrails, cracks, and whatnot, but you know, your tires can handle quite a bit. A lot of people say don't sit in the middle of, you know, the lane at an intersection, and here is why, okay? I always tell you guys to go middle, middle, middle during a corner. I've been getting some comments saying, hey, you know, my instructor said don't go middle, 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 or anything like that. Get off to the side because of oil and debris. I've only really seen it at intersections like this. So if you're ever out on the road in a corner, do you see a lot of oil and debris in the middle? Like specifically oil. Do you see the oil drippings from cars in the middle? Not really. So really think about it. If a car is sitting for quite a while, let's say for a minute, and they drip maybe 3 drops a minute. Well, imagine over the course of a day, you're going to have a ton of drops in that one spot. But 3 drops a minute when a car's going 60, you see what I mean? You're going to have a drop every, you know, couple 100 feet, 100 yards. So not a big issue, not a big deal. When you're out in the, you know, the mountains and whatnot, you got to watch out for gravel and rocks though. But an intersection, yeah, don't sit in the middle, stay off to the side, stay off to the side. This is left, center, and then right. So make sure you guys are actually staying off to the side. But here we go. Okay, we're going really heavy on this first one. We're going to go quicker on the other ones.
Riders fall.
When you're going through the corner or this intersection, great job at the head checks. Don't just accelerate super hard yet. Wait until your nose is pointed on that road that you're going to get on and then accelerate. Take these current turns kind of easy, you know, just right here. Same speed, but here we go. We're going to accelerate. There's the problem. Okay, accelerate a little bit too hard. Lost that rear tire. A lot of power, a lot of movement, loss of traction, okay? That's a great little intersection tip. Make sure you guys follow it. Let me know if that's what you guys already do, because that's a huge thing. A huge thing. I'm surprised his phone is still there. It's got full gear, so remember, make sure you guys are being smart riders.
Right out from underneath me.
Yep. Acquire and use personal protective equipment if that fails. Your fundamental motorcycle riding skills fail. All right, big open lane. You guys saw that. All right, we're going to move through a lot of these real quickly. So right here, this person wants to move over, kind of staggered. So this is a great position for safety. So remember, we want to stay staggered just like if we were riding in a group. This all looks like we're riding in a group. Pretend these vehicles are other motorcycle riders. Doing fine. Person comes over. We're not in the path of travel. We're not going to get hit, but our space cushion will be taken away from us. So what you need to do is roll off that throttle. That's what I would do. Roll off the throttle, put yourself in a new position so you have good line of sight. Okay, that's a big one there. Guy's going to switch over. Okay, now right here, roll up the throttle. I know we're honking the horn. Maybe even apply some apply some progressive braking. But don't fight for the lane. You notice how he never moved? Horn didn't do nothing. So you either accelerate through or decelerate with the brakes and get behind them.
What do you mean?
Is that a Prius?
You're indicating into my...
It's a freaking Prius. Oh my gosh, everybody. We have another Prius.
You see that?
I saw it. We all saw it. Okay, Joe, go slow. Angel or not, we've already seen this one. Somebody's going to be creeping up on us at the intersection. This is in New York. Not a good situation. I don't like to fight for the lanes. Once again, don't sit in the middle at an intersection because you're going to get the drippings, the oil, and all that stuff. So if this does happen, don't fight for the lane. Law of gross tonnage. They're going to win if they hit you. Just let him have it. I get it. It's okay. It's okay to do that. It's okay to let somebody have that position. All right, Timu crew. Doing some wheelies.
This usually take place due to bumps in the road. However, in this case, the rider is entirely to blame.
Of course. I mean, I don't want to... Oh! Oh my gosh, he almost hit the guardrail. Extremely lucky. So he didn't hit any bumps in the road. Motostars, this can happen if you do hit a bump in the road, but we've talked about the suspension kind of getting jostled up, especially when you land after a stunt. I hope Brian636 is watching this. I do trust him when it comes to his knowledge for stunting. If he can describe exactly kind of what happens here, because I'm sure he's probably experienced it himself, or at least witnessed many people experience this, and they have more of a firsthand knowledge. Really appreciate it if he could write a comment about this. But from my understanding, based off of actually hitting a bump or hitting like a pothole, and then some of these speed wobbles and death wobbles happen, is that suspension starts going like this. You got the two forks, instead of going like this like it's supposed to, it starts to do this, and that's what's causing the handlebars to do that. And it's going to be this different frequency than what you're used to, and it's going to knock your hands off. Typically, you're going to fall and crash, but hopefully the gyroscopic precession of the motorcycle is going to hopefully align it back up like it did here. There's nothing this motorcycle rider did that actually caused it to go straight. The motorcycle itself and physics and everything did. So if something like this does happen, one of the big things that you got to be really watching out for as a smart rider, okay, so we're acquiring and using personal protective equipment, is that if you're going to crash, how are you going to mitigate your injuries? Okay, so we got to wear some gear. And if you're riding with a group of people, what are you going to do? You're going to actually have a rescue pack and help each other out. We do have links in the description for those trauma kits for major blood loss. Because if you hit that pole or the guardrail, one of the parts underneath it, you can easily snap or amputate yourself. Any part that hits. So your head, boom, gone. Leg, gone. Arm, gone. Careful. At this point, check your pants. All right, Cobus Moto. Nice little bump. Watch out for any sides of the vehicle. That was close. Car was backing up, and that's really difficult to see because, yeah, we could not see each other because of the parked car. Exactly. I was going to say line of sight because that vehicle was blocking it. So this is where you want to go ahead. Oops. There we go. Let's go back just a little bit. This is where you want to give yourself a good space cushion and position yourself a little bit better. Now, I don't know. I believe this is like a two-lane road, so you're going to have oncoming traffic. But if there's nobody there, go ahead and sit out a little bit further. If you guys know what pieing a doorway, especially if you're in the gun culture or anything like with tactical stuff, or pieing a doorway is not like going up to the doorway, the door frame, and then looking. It's actually going wide and then looking around so you have a better line of sight. You're away from any potential hazards that are right on the other side of that door frame. So here, you want to put yourself in a better position to where you're not exactly next to this car. You're going to be over here. I understand there's going to be traffic here, but, let's maybe go right here. You're still not going to be surprised, and you're not going to have to make major adjustments. If you are over here, you can make quick adjustments to get yourself out of that. So always position for safety. Remember, we're locating hazardous situations. We're assessing if anything's a relevant threat. So sides of the vehicles, we have all these different driveways, consider intersections, navigate this active threat. But first things first, you got to put yourself in a position to where when you navigate, it's going to put yourself in a position for success. Turn up to here. So we have a line of sight issues. I'm going to get myself away from other vehicles. I like to treat it as the two positive magnetic, whatever, on magnets. The two positive poles, they're going to constantly push each other. If a negative and a positive, they come together. I'm going to treat this vehicle coming up as another positive. I'm a positive, and it's going to kind of push me around it and away from it. Giving you a bunch of little metaphors, because right here, what are we going to do? We have to do something. We're going to have to do an emergency maneuver. We're going to do a nice little swerve, get himself out of there, and that's a great arrow, but it's going to work. And he's doing a great job. Great job with the swerve. Did not panic. You notice how he didn't reach for that front brake and slam it? This is a good rider. This is definitely a smart rider who's been practicing his skills. Good job. And I love the AAR that he's doing. Love the AAR. Imagine if he was speeding, wouldn't be able to react in time. MT Brothers 07. Oh, we got some MT 07s here. All right. Don't wheelie it. Oh, a little bit of a power wheelie, I'm sure. I don't know. Write in the comments, Brian636. This is quite a bit of stuff here. We're going to hit our butt. Oh, our knees. Ah. there it is. It ripped it up. So if you had knee armor or any type of abrasion resistance from motorcycle gear, which links in the description for some Revzilla stuff, beginner gear, absolutely like it. Affiliate link. Hopefully we can. It'd be kind of cool if we can create our own gear. I don't know. That's an idea. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and do a wheelie. Looks fine. Looks fine. But then right here, we start to lose control. We fell down. Now we're gonna hit soft tissue parts. There's our knee gonna slide across the ground. Gravel. I mean, not gravel, but asphalt is very abrasive. Seriously, like walk up to the street, look down, and rub your hand across it. Just doing a little bit of rubbing your hand across it's gonna be kind of hurt. It's gonna hurt. And there's gonna be the blur because that's what happens when you crash. You turn into a blur, and you come right back. So we're gonna have the abrasions. We're gonna have the impact, so you can easily snap your patella, easily break the tib fib. You're gonna have some ligament damage. Your knees and everything's gonna be switched around. So the LCL, PCLs, and the MCLs, all that stuff, the LCLs and stuffs, all the ligaments in there, the meniscuses, lots of damage. Thankfully, he has a helmet because I'd rather have knee damage than a TBI. Check on your buddy. All right, Thomas Harrison, here we go. Going not too fast. It's 59, right? But are we going too fast for the area? Remember, guys, corners. It's a sharp corner. Went a little too wide. Little too wide. Love the helmet, by the way. Matches the bike. So once again, you know, we're going into a corner. We need to make sure that we're actually going the pace that we can tolerate, that we can actually navigate this corner. Because part of planning a ride, you know, locating hazardous situations and assessing relevant threats isn't just external. It's also internal. Do you have the skill set to navigate this? Yeah, that's really it. Are you putting yourself in a position for safety and locating that it is a hazardous situation? Are you a relevant threat? If there's nothing on the ground, there's no cars, are you the one that's creating the threat with the throttle, right? So assess if you have that knowledge to handle this, and if you don't, slow your ass down. I'm sorry if I'm using, you know, a little bit more PG-13 words because some of you guys watch this with your kids. But yeah, really be careful with this. It's okay to go slow around corners. Okay, it's okay. Remember, it's okay to go around corners slowly. But look at the water on the camera, possibly on the ground too. So we might have a loss of traction. Wait, this looks like Mount Lemon. This is Mount Lemon. This is Tucson. Sly TV. When did this happen, dude?
When we look closely at this situation, we can see that the biker is losing his grip as soon as he hits the white lane.
Yeah.
This can be really slippery in these conditions, so it's really worth avoiding them.
MotoStars, great AAR. Do I still have a job if MotoStars keeps doing this? Good job, man. Exactly right. Sometimes they don't put that granules in the paint, and even if they do, it's still slipperier. There we go. This looks like Mount Lemon. This is Mount Lemon, I think. For those of you in Tucson, is this guy one of your riding buddies? Never seen him before, but I can recognize Mount Lemon. I've been up there many times on the motorcycle and in the car. Ooh, guardrail. So imagine flying off. You see, Mount Lemon is a very big mountain, lots of drop-offs. Imagine flying off the end. There's been fatalities up there. It's a 35-mile-an-hour road. Okay, it's a 35-mile-an-hour road. So let's take a look at what we're doing here. Let's take a quick look. We're going 69. Nice. Anyways, so let's go and take a look. 60. Okay, so we're going double the speed limit. This is criminal speeding in Arizona. Okay. It's also not safe. Now, it does rain up there. I don't know if this was this year, but it's been snowing, raining crazy this monsoon season. Yeah, what trail is that? I know, I'm having a little bit of fun here. Oh, you can't really tell. There's some really great trails up there. I love Rose Canyon Lake up there. 60, 61. Obviously past that car. A lot of cars go the speed limit. It's a wet road. So this is one of those issues that you have up there. Look at that. You got road debris. Okay, lots of gravel, a lot of rocks that do fall off. So this is why I don't like doing, you know, outside, inside, outside. So right now he's doing the inside part of the speedier version, the more straight version of taking a corner. This is why I like middle, because when we come up to here, he's going to pass the car real quick. When we're middle, or center, however you want to call it, if you have a bunch of debris over here, if you're in the right side, you have a greater chance of hitting it. If you're in the middle, you're not going to hit the debris. If you're on the left side, you have a greater chance of, like, in a vehicle is like doing dumb stuff and crossing over. So in the middle, you have the center, you have a better space cushion to the left and to the right. So if there is something in the middle, you have options go left and right. But if there's something on the right and you're on the right, you're going to have to swerve to the middle. If you're on the left and there's a vehicle there or other debris, you're going to have to swerve to the middle. So when you're here in the middle, you're prepped and ready and you're in a good position for safety to locate these hazards, assess if there's anything, and then also navigate around. Okay, I use that tennis example all the time. You can, I guess pickleball is a thing now. Absolutely love playing it. I just haven't played in a while. But watch out for those road surface hazards. And these turns are a lot of fun up there. They really are. But look at that. Easily drop off to the side. This looks like we're at the second half of Mount Lemon after Windy Point. So there's the drop. We're sliding. Imagine if there's a car there.
When we look
Imagine going off
closely at
the cliff. Hopefully you're doing fine, man.
this situation,
Double the speed limit.
the biker's losing his grip as soon as he hits the white lane. This can be really slippery in
freaking
these
immature.
conditions, so it's really worth avoiding them.
Thanks, Nathan, for bringing the rain energy drinks up here. Have fun editing this. Nathan's our other instructor at the MTC Rider Academy, which we have a Smart Rider basic training. We're developing the basic rider course. It's a brand new course. We're going to take you along. I might actually go up Mount Lemon and show you how to ride this, how I would ride this, especially if you're a new rider. And then from there, you do whatever you want. If you want to go fast, take an advanced class over at Yamaha Champions Riding School, or like an ARC 1 or 2 at Total Control. I park this little spot all the time. First time it failed. Ha 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 ha. Okay. Side stand down. Nice little render error right there. Oh, it got buried.
That's
It got buried.
That sucks.
So one thing I like to do, yep, there it is. I won't laugh at you, Grom Squatch.
Nope.
Stuff happens. I did that on asphalt, okay? In Yuma, Arizona, a hot day, it just literally sank in and slipped. But yeah, what I like to do is either if you're out there doing, basically just out there, and I like to have an energy drink, okay, before I go for a ride, or like, in the middle of the ride, and I'll crush it, and I'll have a crushed can, and I'll keep it in my backpack. Obviously, I'll try to get all the stuff out because I don't want, ants in my backpack. And I'll put it down, and I'll use that as like another a little foot thing. I don't know how to call it, or like a little piece of wood. But one thing I really like doing is that when I go to a demo event somewhere, and they usually hand those out as like, the dealer or the brand will hand out little, I don't even know what they are. Write in the comments if you know what it is. Give me the name. I'm not going to think about it too hard. And I'll take a couple of them. I'll put one in my saddlebag. I'll put one in my backpack just in case, I do something different. Boom, I have it. I'll throw it down, set it there, and then put it down so that we have a better surface area so this doesn't happen. But it happens. Oh, real quick, do you see that? Okay, always pay attention to the signage, especially if it's orange. And you know why? Kind of an orange stage. I know it's a little bit yellow, but the orange stuff is really big. We're riding with a bunch of people in our group. Make sure you're wearing your Cardo Pack Talk Bolds, Free Comms, the Spirit, the Edge. We use the Edge here. Absolutely love it. That way you guys can talk to each other saying, hey, there's maybe gravel, a bunch of other stuff. Let's get right into the AAR though. We're coming over here, sharp turn. Chevrons are indicating it's a sharp turn. Our buddy's not paying attention. Didn't do really well. He almost went off the road. Wear full gear just in case that did happen, but very good job with not panicking as this rider. So this is Jickzilla. Good job not panicking yourself, because typically people target fixate on our buddy that's about to crash, and we follow along. So it did really good. Our buddy wasn't able to handle it. Almost went off the road, but imagine, okay, this is a great thing. It's a close call, but imagine if there was another car coming. This is where it gets dangerous, and this is where we need to start riding at the lowest level of our group member. So if our lowest group member hasn't gone through corners or isn't new or is new and maybe has a little bit of an ego and says, I can handle everything in the world, completely understand it. Completely understand. But here's the thing. We need to, as road captains or even tail gunners, because if this is the tail gunner with a rescue pack, which I like to sit in the back with the trauma gear, just in case somebody crashes, I'll be there first on scene. We need to ride at their level. Whether they're in the front or in the back, in the middle, whatever it is, we're riding at the lowest level. And if you don't want to do that, if you're a part of a group and you're like, I don't want to ride super slow, well, then maybe you need to either increase or help increase this person's level, not by experience like this, but actually telling them and teaching them and maybe taking them to a course because you care about your buddy, or don't have them in your group, or be okay with riding at a lower level. Because over here, I'm just talking to my buddies on my Cardo Pack Talk Edge, and I'm just relaxing with them, listening to music, enjoying the view. It's beautiful weather. I'm on a motorcycle. I'm not stuck in an office or inside of a classroom trying to teach everybody how to ride a motorcycle when it should be common sense. I get it, but it's not. That's why you take their course that we have over here. Link in the description. It's $4.99 the first month. And yeah, just be careful, guys. Ride at the lowest level. Ride at the lowest level. 90 grad.
What you doing? Break.
Oh, what? Nice little tippity tap. Nice little tippity tap.
Whoa, sorry.
Yeah, it's kind of your fault, buddy. Pay attention.
Break.
So we're coming up to here, nice little turn. We're going to do a nice little head check to the left.
Break. What you doing? Break.
We're assuming that the rider in front of us was just going to go, but now we see that there's a reason why he didn't. We look forward and there's the impact. So when we are obviously coming to a stop, we have to understand that we're still moving forward even if we look left. This is a big problem. So you're going to have to do both, look left and increase that brake pressure, that progressive braking, because you don't know if your buddy stopped or not. Don't assume, okay? You know what they say about assuming? Write in the comments.
Oh my God.
I don't want to get in trouble. Is that a quad lock? No, it's not a quad lock. I was going to say it looks like a vibration dampener.
Whoa.
Well, if you want a quad lock, there's a link in the description. Get yourself a vibration dampener if you're going to do it on a motorcycle. Nova Rider. Whoa! A little bit of a panic.
Here is another example showing how dangerous signs painted on the road are and how important it's to watch out for them.
Let's see if he lifts it up all right before I say something. Nova Rider, hopefully you're doing okay. Don't wear Vans when you're riding a motorcycle. They do have some really good gear. Like TCX has some really good motorcycle shoes that look really good. And you'll at least have that protection a little bit. Link in description for Revzilla. Go to Revzilla, search for TCX. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a look. Oh, we're a little bit too far.
And here is
So we're coming up to here. It's a red light. Okay, a lot of rain. You know, if we're going to try to stop in that middle, like I keep telling you guys, at intersections specifically, there's going to be the oil right there. Okay, the first 30 minutes, maybe even an hour of rain, that water is going to hit the ground, obviously, right? And then it's going to lift up the oil because the oil and water do not mix. It's a surfactant. It's going to lift it up and it's going to start sliding off. Okay, the oil is not seeped into the asphalt anymore. It's being lifted up. When it's lifted up and it's on top of water, and that means now you're going to have a loss of traction possibly. So we're trying to stop with the oil, trying to stop with the painted line, and we're also going kind of fast, coming up to a red light. So remember, when we're coming up to an intersection, we should be in orange stage. Okay, prepped and ready already. By now, we should be covering those brakes. Actually, we should be applying the brakes right now. Okay, applying them back then or back there, and so then we're actually slowing ourselves. Look how fast we're going. And then we try to apply the brakes. Come up to the red light doing a slow speed maneuver. Do a slow straight line. Practice your slow straight line. There's no reason to go. It's probably a brand new red light, so they have the green for a while. Just practice your skills. If you want to practice in a parking lot, okay, we got the Smart Rider motorcycle training drills. Links in the description. There's a digital version for international people. But there is that loss of traction, dumping it because of too much braking.
And how important it's
Plan your ride. Position yourself for safety. You need to locate this is a hazardous situation. That's why it's orange, red is navigate. Okay? If you don't know what we're talking about the MTC color code stages, is the awareness stages that we teach at the MTC Rider Academy.
Yeah, I am. I don't know what happened.
It just keeps it helps me. Like I was a firefighter, guys, for 11 years. Okay, I was a firefighter for 11 years. Only things we know are patterns and colors. Okay, if green goes to green, blue goes to blue, red goes to red, and so it's very easy for me to understand when it comes to the MTC awareness stages that, you know, orange means we need to be on high alert. Yellow, kind of hanging out. Red, we got to do something. Okay, and this is actually not something I created myself. This is something, I believe it's the Smith system. It's an airline pilot Air Force pilot came up with this, and it helps out so you don't have to think too much. It's very easy. Yellow, zoned in. White, completely oblivious. The white of the eyes, right? And then orange, something's happening. Paranoid, caution, right? Street signs are orange for a reason. Red, hey, that tells me I got to do something. Red is kind of like, Brown, well, it's poop in your pantalones. It's supposed to be black, from the Smith system, but brown, I think we understand that. Motorcycle trips UK. Okay, watch out. Accelerating past. Watch out if this person switching lanes too. I did think I saw somebody else in that lane in front of them. Exactly. So we have a line of sight issues. We're going a little bit fast, but now we're going the flow of traffic. We started talking before this was ending. So right here, we're going to go ahead and accelerate. I don't care what you guys do. Accelerate all you want. But remember, we have to always watch out for line of sight issues when we're on the interstate or highways like this. You don't have the cross traffic, but you have the merge traffic. You have road surface hazards, merge traffic at a high rate of speed. So be aware of that. And if we have water on the ground, even more. So right here, we're going to go ahead and try to pass. We can't see around this vehicle. And that's fine. We're going to pass. We're going to do what we want to do. That's perfectly fine. But when we're passing people, be aware. So right now, kind of like a yellow stage, but the moment we start to try to pass, go into orange stage. Don't know if this person's going to come out. Don't know if there's road surface hazards. Don't know where I need to position myself for that safety just yet. So I'm constantly scanning for that. And once we switch here, they crossed that line. Let's go ahead and roll off the throttle. The person behind us in that big truck is already going slower than what we currently are. So even if we roll off the throttle, we're going to go and maintain that speed with them. And then we can see what's going to happen here. But if we're going to go ahead and just do this, make sure you can actually pass them. Because right now, we have a terrible space cushion. Okay, so space cushion is not good. But one thing I really want to point out is that this is a good position for safety, because when we're looking for positions for safety, is that we're looking for great line of sight, escape path, and a space cushion. We kind of have a terrible one, but our line of sight is amazing, okay? So you can see really far. This is also now our escape path, just in case something happens. But what I like to do is obviously increase my space cushion so that I can also have the option to swerve left. I want more than one escape path instead of just that. So at this point, roll off the throttle, maybe switch lanes, whatever you want to do, put yourself in a good position so you have good line of sight, but rolling off the throttle might be the best option here. So we're coming up to here, and the reason why they did that, another vehicle. Not a big deal. Not a big deal.
And further on, we've got a couple clips showing some quite challenging turns with which
water
that have quite a lot of trouble.
Water. Corner coming up. Just didn't even turn because there was a little bit of a panic, I'm sure. Scared to turn with the water. If you're scared to turn with the water, slow it down. That's all you have to do. Slow it down. Who cares? Take the turns really easy. Who's he talking to? All right, Sal Indigo. I love the color indigo. Good job braking. We're doing some progress. Oh, we're gonna make it. We're gonna make it. Water on the road. Sharp left turn. It's a very continuous turn. Now we're squeezing even more brake. So it's a lot easier to roll off the throttle. He's handling it. He's handling it. He's handling it. Good job. Did not panic. Did not panic. Cowboy boots does not offer the protection that you're thinking it does when it comes to motorcycle riding. It will help out when it comes to being a cowboy, but not for motorcycles because you have the impact. Okay, so we're coming up to a corner. Okay, so we're coming up to the corner. He's squeezing that front brake. Very good. We're slowing down before the turn. That's a pretty good amount of front brake. Slowing him down. And look at his wrist. I want you to look at his wrist while it's here. Okay, are we doing maintenance throttle or are we going to increase it? Can't really see. Can't really see. Okay, you can't see. Let's see. So maybe he increased it, so now he has to apply even more front brake. So we're starting to do brake, accelerate, brake, accelerate, brake, accelerate. There's too many different things going on. You can navigate these corners by just using throttle if you enter it appropriately. Because when you roll off the throttle, you're doing engine braking already. You're already slowing down. If you slam it, you're going to have that little skip. But if you're just constantly just adjusting it, kind of like when you're driving, you're just doing minor adjustments. You're not slamming the brakes or hitting the brakes or anything like that. You're making minor adjustments with the gas, minor adjustments with the steering wheel. Same thing. This right here is minor adjustments and then minor adjustments, going through the corner, looking where you want to go. This is how I do it. And so right here, most people would panic. So this is where he did really good. There was a failure in the cornering, but there wasn't a failure when it came to a red stage. And that's also important. You have multiple steps that can lead to a crash. You can either be white stage, completely crash. You can be yellow, go into orange, and then go to brown. You can go, you know, yellow, orange, red, back to orange, back to yellow, and save yourself, okay? So doing good, doing good. He's not slamming that front brake. He is slowing down just a little bit, and we're doing fine, and we handled it. He's got full gear except for the lower half of the body. Wear more gear. You spent a lot of money on these gauntlet gloves. Looks like you got a race jacket from somewhere. Let's just go ahead and move on. Doing well, dude. Doing well. All right, going through this corner. Coming up, chevrons indicate sharp turn, double yellow. Watch out for vehicles. Almost went off the road. Pay attention, pay attention, pay attention. This is where things can get bad, and this is where we practice in a parking lot. Okay, the concept of it, and this is motorcycle training concepts. Remember, we have our own training organization here. This is what we're doing in here. This is the DDFM crew classroom, but we do have the motorcycle training concepts MTC Rider Academy. Now, a big thing here, I'm going to just mention it real quick. This is not a sale. Well, it can be, but this is just right here, snake number 2. But all of them have their own version of drills. It goes easy, moderate, hard, and expert. But right here, I want you guys to take a look at this. If you screw up that first cone, you're going to mess up the second cone. You're going to screw up the second cone, you're not even going to make the third cone. If you screw up the third cone, you're already gone past that last cone, and you're not going to be able to exit the corner. And what I'm trying to tell you guys is that if you fail that first corner, you're going to have to make up because you're not in a good position for success for that second corner. So if we're coming through this corner, when we handle it, okay, take a look. We're handling it. We panicked a little bit. We start getting shot out to the outside. So maybe we give it a little bit too much speed. And now this person up here is taking our vision, taking our concentration, and taking that bandwidth that we need to make that corner. Okay. So now we're not set up for the next corner coming up, especially if we're looking at this person, which is what we're doing. We're like, what an idiot. But look what's coming up here. This is where the Smart Rider drills, you are highly focused onto that cone. You're doing that first cone, but now you're looking at the third cone. You're not even looking at the second cone anymore. Okay, you're entering in, looking at the second cone, navigating that first one. Now you're looking at the third cone. You're always looking ahead, one step ahead. We're playing chess, not checkers here. Okay, if you're Maxerist, I get it. And all you can do is checkers. But still, we're playing chess here as smart riders. We need to know this. And practicing these drills, go ahead and get ones with cones. There's also, like I said, the digital version. And practice, practice, practice. Practice the concept of navigating multiple corners.
Okay.
Got full gear. Looks like those are the Fury leggings or the jeggings. They have abrasion resistance
I was
and
too worried about that.
knee armor. At least that's what I hope.
And my freaking insole got pushed up.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I broke my shoe. I broke
Wow.
my insole. Yeah.
See, look, just a little bit. All right, Flo. Here we go. Ooh, a little bit of a weird exit turn coming into this one. Same concept I just described on the Smart Rider drills. We weren't set up for that second turn. We just weren't set up for that second turn. We were set up for the first one, but
This
not the second.
This moment of horror riding quite quickly along the highway when some bike
Sacramaniac
started
CC.
falling out of his backpack.
Uh-oh. Something fell out of his backpack. Okay, you don't need to slow down super quick, so you hear the little skids. Too much front brake. Ooh. This is why I make sure my gear is secured.
Don't do it!
And it might run it over.
No!
No.
Oh, bro,
What fell out?
tell me it's in there.
Oh, whoa. Did you see that van?
Tell
I want
me
that Mercedes Sprinter so bad. Oh. Yeah. Oh, I want one.
Tell me it's okay.
Is that cotton candy?
Yeah! Yeah!
That worried about cotton candy?
Oh! Woo!
I'd be worried about getting hit.
Get hit now. Good day, man.
When I'm on the interstate, or when I was on the interstate as a firefighter or in the road, I would walk backwards, do head checks to look at where I was walking, but I would be facing the traffic just in case.
Baby.
You learn how to walk fast backwards.
Good people right there, bro. Woo! That's how we do it.
Okay. Joe, go slow. Watch out for roundabouts. We're going to be in orange stage, prepped and ready for things. Going nice and slow because Joe goes slow. And it's wet. Handling it. Please tell me he makes it through here because he's doing great right now. Watch out for that side of the vehicle. Good job, Joe goes slow. Good job. Saw it ahead of time. Was not speeding. Navigating this intersection, this roundabout. It's wet. Within the conditions, it's nighttime. Handled it so well. Remember, we need to be looking for these patterns. Get over yourself, Mercedes. Watch the white truck in the left turn lane. Okay, switching lanes. Why do you think they switch lanes, guys? Write in the comments. It's an open lane pattern. Open lane. Cajun Cruiser. Riding staggered with our buddies. Very good. Sides of the vehicles all over the place. People are not paying attention. Air horn. I love it. Still did it anyways. Okay, somebody entered into your group. What do? You just continue riding, talking on your Pack Talk Edge, baby. Why did I call you guys baby? I don't know. I've been using that word lately.
God, look at this accident here.
Arbonne 2 wheels. We've already saw this.
How did this happen?
Saw this on a Moto Madness video.
Jesus.
I talked about what I think happened right in the comments, but it's more than likely hitting that curb right there.
Wow.
His phone fell off. You guys know why.
At the end.
Oh, you're welcome, Moto Stars. You're welcome, guys. Once again, oh, Dr. Disrespect's live right now. Once again, guys, make sure you sign up for the MTC Rider Academy. Links in the description. We have all our sponsors there, but grab a piece of pizza, and I'll see you guys real soon.